Hi, everybody.
Several PE classes, you know, I can guarantee, like, I can smell my dick cheese right now.
Two guys in the dark.
Oh, bat fuck.
Don't use the finger. My butt. It's sensitive.
All right, JT, now you say something racist. This is how the show works.
Two guys in the dark.
So, I smell my debit card right in front of her.
What? I forgot about this story. We're two guys in the dark. I bet George Washington Carver came up with peanut butter thinking, oh, I can't wait to stick my dick in it.
Two guys in the dark.
You had one job, you dumb bitch!
Ladies and gentlemen, you're here with Captain Cool, the butt chugger of regular things to be butt chugged, and the butt chugger of bananas, because that's the only thing that goes in this butt, VJ. And we are here for the special edition Kung Fu episode! Hoo-yah! Part 2 of Two Guys in the Dark.
Alright, yeah, we just did Kung Fu like 2 episodes ago, but we had so much fun.
We came right back with another Kung Fu Hiya! Whee-ya! Whoosh! Karate chop to the fucking skull.
Mm-hmm. And we are in Nashville. Let's talk about that. I visited you. I had some time off, so I went up to Smyrna, Nashville. So I drive up to Smyrna, Nashville, where you live, to come visit for a few days. And we've had a hoot and holler of a time up here.
Did a whole lot of sleeping because we did a whole lot of eating.
Shit, yesterday we literally went to... Alright.
For Uncle Sean rings you a new one.
So yesterday we had Steak and Shake. Then they went to Walmart, and literally when we left Walmart, we got to go pizza.
So we didn't want to have to go back out later if the roads had got bad, because it was snowing pretty bad here, and they said it was supposed to switch to rain. It was so cold, we didn't want to have to risk going back out, because we knew places like that probably wouldn't deliver if it got bad.
Yeah.
So we were thinking ahead. So we went ahead and picked up the pizza, but the pizza smelled so good. Yeah. Soon as we got it, we were like, "Oh, we're fucking this up when we get home," and we did.
Oh yeah, we destroyed it.
Then we laid out in a coma and died.
Yeah, we watched that new Primal show on Adult Swim.
That was really good.
Badass.
Not necessarily new. It's from 2013.
19. I double checked. It was 19.
Why did it say 2013 then?
Because it was freezing up and it was looking at the wrong show.
Okay, I thought that was weird. I was like, I don't think this is from 2013, but Voodoo is telling me it is, and I believe Voodoo.
Oh, it was, but it's pretty badass. We're going to definitely have to review it on the show.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be something we're going to watch for the show.
This is day 3 in Nashville. What do we do?
Today
Today was a great day.
So today we ate again.
Mm-hmm. We went to
tried we tried a lot of new things from Cheddar's. Mm-hmm. It was delicious.
You got a burger and
you got a fuck ton of wings.
I got 20 fucking wings.
Yeah, they were good too.
20 wings, a large fry, and a large Sprite, and it was like $16.
And I paid like $10, and all I got was a cheeseburger, fries, and a drink.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even large.
Yeah, mine was large.
Oof. So pissed.
Oof.
I got the short end of that stick.
Tasia told me, he's like, how come you don't splurge when me and you hang out? I'm like, well, see, I don't pay for PJ's food.
Oh, that's cold-blooded, Sean. Yeah. You could be buying my food this whole time.
Then we can go on the damn Taco Bell dollar menu.
Whew. Let me tell you, I think this is the first time in my life I'm actually tired of eating food. Speaking of which, it's time for eating shit.
We're eating more. Alright, what? You got some more goodies for us. What you get for us this week?
Well, first off, I'm not sure if my ribs hurt because they're about to explode inward or outward. Because I fell asleep on the couch last night.
Oh.
It turns out our new couch is extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, like me and Bonnie fell asleep on the couch after Primal. And Yeah, the day one, I slept in that couch, and I fucking woke up. My ribs were killing me. So last night, I slept in the doggy bed.
Yeah, I was about to say, I woke up. I came downstairs at like 5 o'clock in the morning. This dude is asleep on the dog's bed.
Yep. No shame.
So sad.
It's better than the couch though.
No, I just mean it's so sad that couch is so uncomfortable.
Yeah, like y'all had a good couch, and we think the reason you got rid of the old couch because you found I had sex on it.
No, Lisa just didn't like it.
Oh,
turns out she never liked it. It's like, wow,
it's
so comfortable.
Too comfortable. That's why I don't like it.
She falls asleep on that new couch all the time.
Really?
I don't know how, but I mean, she could probably sleep on a rock because once that girl's out, she's out. You don't wake her up.
Oh, so what's first?
So first, I figure we got some Jello. Jello Pops.
It's not Jello Pops.
Sorry, it's the Jello pudding.
Sour.
It's just Jello, the jiggly stuff.
Yeah.
But it's sours, and this one is blue raspberry sour Jello, and
it smells delicious.
It is Sour Patch flavor.
Okay. It smells heavenly. I know that.
Oh, my butthole's gonna hate me tonight.
Tastes pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Are these healthy or no?
Jello?
Yeah.
Why you ask that?
I don't know. I was like, if I go on a diet, what if I go on an all Jello diet?
You can get sugar-free Jello, but I don't think this one's sugar-free. Why would you go on an all Jello diet?
I don't know.
It doesn't have the things in it that you need to survive.
I don't know. I was like, that'd be an easy diet.
Yeah, an easy way to die on a diet.
Listen, I ain't no who's a good dieter. I ain't no
Jared.
I ain't no Gandhi.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's not compare ourselves to that one.
Yeah. Well, I ain't no Jared. Let me just say, I ain't no Jared. So let me clarify. Now that we're on the subject.
If any Jared, it's Jared Leto. Then I would be more like, I don't even care.
I'm going to eat your whole goddamn thing. I don't care.
I'm sorry, my stomach hurts too much. I can't finish it if you paid me. Unless it was like $1 million. Well, okay, you could probably pay me like $100. I'd be like, fuck this, Jello's going down. But, okay, $5. But
we're cheap sluts.
But right now, since I'm not being paid, I'm going to save myself the pain of finishing this Jello.
Alright, what's the second thing you got for us?
The second thing I got for us to try is, I think we might have tried Yarritos on the podcast before. Didn't we try the fruit punch one?
I don't know.
I feel like we did. Because it's like one of my favorite drinks is the fruit punch Yarritos. But we found, we went to the Mexican market across the street. And it had all kinds of different stuff we never had before. And they had the guayaba, which I think is guava.
Oh,
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I passed Spanish with the C.
I'm gonna have to Google it. I'm not exactly 100% sure what that flavor is, but we got that flavor of Yarritos. It's pink, for those who are wondering.
The pink kind. Let's try it out. It smells. What smell?
It's delicious.
It's okay.
It's absolutely delicious.
I think it's grapefruit.
Maybe it is. That actually does sound like flavor-wise, it does add up, but it's delicious if you ask me. Grapefruit flavored soda, if that's what this tastes like, it's for the win.
It's okay. I put this.
Oh, it is guava flavored. Flipped it around over to the other side. It says guava.
Yeah. I put this a little under average for me on the rating. It ain't for me.
That's okay.
I drank it, but I would never in 100 years buy it. What do you think?
I enjoy it. I like it.
Putting high on the list.
I put it at good.
Good.
But it ain't no Yarritos fruit punch, so. which is my favorite. But the best thing about it is, you hate caffeine.
Is this caffeine?
It's no caffeine.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Whew. All right. So let's go ahead and top it. We kind of jumped ahead, but now we're going to go talk about stuff that's happened this week. As I was saying earlier, man, it's been a pretty good day. We were saying we got a bunch of food, and then we went to a bunch of comic book stores.
And the VJ slowly died while we recorded the podcast.
Yeah, that happened. That's the bad part of the day.
Yeah,
but
that was
also
the worst part of the day. I am dying right now.
From what?
From all the food we've ate.
Oh, the past 2 days.
Yeah, it's like none of it has digested.
Didn't you just take a shit?
I did.
Right before we started?
I did, and it didn't help.
Oh.
I'm through the floor right now. I can feel a tummy ache coming. All right, continue.
Okay.
Continue.
Also, good news.
Kung Fu.
Okay. Also, good news.
Kung Fu.
Don't you hush.
I'm dying.
Okay. Also, good news. I got booked for my first gig in stand-up, like where I didn't have to like pay to be in a class or open mic. Like I was invited to do the show by a stand-up comedian. What's his last name? His first name's Danny. He's a magician. I've seen him do stand-up before. My teacher introduced me to him. My teacher, Alex Stokes, introduced me to this guy. And he texted me this morning. He said, "Hey, have you done stand-up in a while?" I said, "Well, not really. I got 2 shows in February, 2 shows in March." He goes, "Well, will you MC at my, at this, club. Want to MC at a club I'm guessing Chattanooga, because that's where he's from. So I'm guessing I'm going to MC at this club in Chattanooga. Hopefully it's going to be a good time. So great news for me. So that started off a good day. And then, me and him went to 3 comic book stores, which we're about to talk about. And
3 comic stores back to back to back.
Right after eating some delicious cheddars.
And it was one win after another. Except maybe the last one.
So
the last one had some wins in it, but we didn't buy anything from it.
Let's go ahead and jump into the new segment. We're not going to do this one super often, but comic book store reviews.
Ooh,
we got 3 of them this week.
3 of them back to back to back.
All right, first up, Z's Comics. It's the first one we went to. Let's talk about Z's Comics.
I cannot remember what it looked like.
So at all 3 stores, I got one thing for myself. I got me some D&D dice. These look like fucking, looks like they're frozen ice.
Oh yeah, they do look cool. They look like if Sub-Zero had his own pair of dice.
Yeah, it's fucking badass. I love it. It cost me $10, and I'm fucking using them tonight or tomorrow, whenever we record next for the next Bizarre Adventure. What did you get at Z's Comics?
I got 2 Power Rangers at Z's Comics, and Sean actually got me a birthday present. The Doomslayer. Ooh yeah.
What was it? What's next to his name? What's the Doomslayer? What?
It says Phobos.
Is that the name of the suit?
It might be. It might be like the color of the suit. That'd be something worth a Google.
Right.
He's badass shit.
It's made by McFarlane Toys too.
Yeah,
so
it is. And I got lucky while I was there because 2 of the Rangers 2 of the Ranger collection that I had been looking for, they had them there on sale for like less than the price that I would have paid online. So
yeah,
I got lucky. Got me the Beast Morphers Cyber Villain Blaze and Beast Morphers Red, who I've seen a few times at Walmart, but all of his cases and packages have all been super beat up. And I was like, why? Why don't they love him?
Yeah, but this one looked good.
This one did look good.
So, besides the things we got, what did you think of the store overall?
I loved the layout. It was much, much, much more open than the other 2 that we went into. The third one that we went into.
This one had a shit ton of pops of Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, it had pops, it had Star Wars, it had a decent Power Rangers collection. I bought 2 Power Rangers comics from this one as well.
Yeah.
From the new Mighty Morphin series that came out that I've been wanting to read. I got the first 2 issues.
Yeah.
So now I get to read it.
I almost bought the Witch Doctor from the Scooby-Doo bad guy pop vinyl, but I was like, nah. And there's another one I almost got too. Can't remember what it was.
You should have got it for your Scooby-Doo collection.
Yeah. Anyway, but it was pretty good.
I mean, they had a lot of good, like, stuff I didn't expect to see anywhere, especially there. And I guess maybe the Murfreesboro comics shops don't get a lot of, like, people traffic, I guess. I mean,
well,
they look like they're doing well.
They have to for 3 to be that close.
Yeah, they have to, but, like, it seems like they have more inventory than you'd expect, because there was so much stuff there I was willing to buy. But I was like, man, I've not seen this at any of the other comic book shops that I've been to in the Nashville area, the Franklin area. I've not seen any of this stuff, and I'm like, oh, they got so much stuff that I want. But layout-wise, I like this one, I think, most of all.
I did too. It just felt the friendliest. It felt...
There's a bunch of people up front talking nerd shop.
Yeah.
And they were really nice to us. And...
I don't know, I felt the most comfortable there.
Yeah.
I think...
I didn't bug you or force their ways upon you or force you to, like, buy anything. Or
Yeah.
Crawl up your ass.
Which none of them were bad.
None of them were bad, but...
This one is probably my favorite.
Just the most organic.
Yeah, I think it was the cheapest out of all of them.
That too, yeah.
Alright, let's move on. We're going to go next up. We went to Grand Adventure Comics. This one was probably my least favorite because 10% of the store was a comic book store, and then the other 90% was like a goddamn Warhammer store.
Yeah, it was like Warhammer and like all the board games.
Yeah.
Not just Warhammer, but, you know...
A big chunk of that was Warhammer.
More than half of the store was dedicated to that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they didn't have a lot of comics, which is okay, but they had a lot of, like, figures. And we got lucky at this one, and we bumped into a figure that I had...
We were talking about on the fucking way there.
Yeah, we were talking about on the way there.
Yeah.
And I had purchased this figure on Amazon, and they delivered me some nails... Like some nail adhesive for some reason. It's like, I don't even do fake nails, but thanks for the nail adhesive that I'm never going to use. But yeah, so we bumped into 2 of the same figure, so I got my choice. I got to choose which one I thought looked better, which is always great. And then bought him. I got the Lord Zed figure from the Lightning Collection.
Well, I got it. For you.
Well, yeah, Sean bought it for me. As the second part of my birthday present.
Yeah.
He said the third part was that he's going to blow me, but, you know.
That's part of Leslie's gift. So I'm just helping her out. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not blowing him. But, yeah. So, now, do you have a Rita or no?
I do not. She only comes, I think, in a 2-pack with Lord Zed currently.
Okay.
But, I mean, that's cool because now I'll have 2 Lord Zeds.
Yeah.
One to play with and one to stay in there.
They're both going to play with both of them.
Shut up.
That'll be a tag team.
You don't know me.
Okay. So...
You don't know me. I totally would.
Yeah, this one, they had a couple cool busts, and we weren't there long because it was just like, I mean, we don't really... Not that we're against Warhammer, we just haven't got into it yet.
It probably seems like something we don't have enough time in this lifetime to get into.
Yeah, there's only so much nerd stuff you get into. I did go through the D&D books, and some of the dice was locked away. I was like, because here lately I've been on a huge D&D dice kick, but I was like, I don't feel like looking at it.
They had a fuck ton of cool figurines, though, the statue-esque figures.
Yeah.
And we went up to the front when we were checking out. We saw this awesome sound wave that looked like he was drawn straight out of the comic books. Mm-hmm. I wanted that. It was so cool. And I think Thundercracker was the giant one that they had.
Yeah.
And it looked straight up like it was drawn out of the comic books too. But I wish I could have had a full size version of that Soundwave one. Oh, that would have been dope.
There was a couple that was really cool. I'm trying to think of which ones I really liked. There, they had Oh wait, my favorite was the fucking giant king from Tekken.
Oh yeah, that was super cool.
I loved it. Oh god, it was so cool. I was like, damn, if I could get one thing here, it'd be.
And he looked like he was like throwing his finger out, like, I challenge you, motherfucker.
Yeah, because he is. I think I've always played King in Tekken.
There was also that Magneto you liked.
Oh, the one all black, and there's all
Magneto.
white one too.
I thought that Ghost Rider statue they had was really cool.
I did too. I liked it too.
And then there was another statue, kind of like in the middle. Oh, the Ultraman, where he's like towering over the cities. Yeah. I thought that was super cool.
Ooh, tons of cool shit there. Just wish there was more of it because it was just a fraction of the store.
And there's somebody building a shelf in there, and a bunch of people playing this game.
Yeah.
So it was like really noisy while we were in there.
Yeah, and then because those guys didn't have masks on. I'm like, all right,
this is how you get it.
All right.
Anyway,
last store, which was Outer Limits. I don't know if it's just Outer Limits or Outer Limit Comics.
It's Outer Limits.
Yeah.
It's a chain, I think, because there's one out in Franklin.
Okay.
And there's one in Nashville. And this one was actually called Outer Limits Borough, like Murfreesboro Outer Limits. Basically.
Okay. Now, the last one was just like a 10% comics book store. This one was packed to the brim of shit.
Yes, this one was like nerd heaven.
Yeah.
Only problem is like to the brim, to the point like there's not enough room to walk around.
Oh yeah.
The aisles felt cramped. I did see another Ranger figure that I wanted there, but I chose to wait until next time because I have bought a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Also, this guy's a bad guy, I'm pretty sure. In the Beast Morphers. So now I got a bunch more bad guys.
Oh, okay. That one you bought at Z's. They had a bunch of cool shit, but a lot of that was just too expensive.
Yeah, that's one thing I always say about Outer Limits is the majority of the time, all the ones we've been to, I thought it might have just been the one out of Franklin because that's the bougie side of Tennessee. But that one, like that we were at today, a lot of the things, except for the Ranger that I was thinking about buying, because it was $17.99. I was like, that's not bad. That's cheaper than, the full price you get it for at like a Walmart. So that was nice. But the majority of the things we saw there were like overpriced. Like you didn't want to buy it for that much.
Yeah.
But that's how it was out in Franklin. That's how it was at this one in Murfreesboro, and I assume it's how it is in the one in Nashville. You just charge a little too much. But I say it still falls right down in the middle of the two.
Yeah.
Just because they had so much good shit.
They had a bunch of bust up top.
Oh, and they had so much artwork.
Yeah.
Of like I don't know if it's local artists or what. There's a fuck ton of.
Some of it was like $800. It's like it best be from someone cool.
Yeah.
Like fuck. They had but I like the bus. Me and him were looking through that all the way through the store. They had some action figures that were okay, and a bunch of old action figures. Not as much as new stuff as you would think. A lot of old stuff, which was kind of cool.
They had, I want to say it's from the newer series, because I keep seeing it on Hasbro, or I think I saw it on Hasbro. Megazord.
That's the
Zeo Megazord.
That one you really wanted?
Yes. I have 3 of the Zeo Rangers, and I'm going to get the 4th one when he comes out, and I just can't wait to have them all, and have the Megazord, and have them all look up at the Megazord, like, oh, look at that Megazord.
What do you do with the pictures when you take them? Do you just send them to me? Or like,
yeah, just send them to you.
Why don't you put them on Instagram?
I'd have to start another account for that, and people would have to never know it was me.
Why? Who cares?
No.
I post my fucking amiibos on there all the time.
No. This is a personal nerdgasm. Has nothing to do with VJ.
It's yours. It's your collection.
Shush.
Oh boy.
Shush. It's a different person.
Okay.
It's the side of me that I don't want anybody to see.
Except the fact you're talking about it on a damn podcast.
Hey, shut up, you son of a bitch.
Okay.
My stomach hurts. Oh, so bad.
So, are we both in agreement that Z's was the best?
Z's definitely the best.
And then I guess Outer Limits
fell in the middle, and that last one was just not the best. I mean, it had cool stuff, but it was just not the best. And that one was overpriced too, if you notice, because
Well, Lord Sarah was only $20. That was a good deal.
yeah, no, that was a good deal. But like you saw some of those busts, they wanted like $450.
Yeah, like, you're like, we should get the
I was
Harley
like,
Quinn for your mom. It's like, no, for $400 goddamn dollars.
$425. I was like, we could get that at that Great Escape in Knoxville. No, sorry, not the Great Escape. That's another one out here. We could get that at the Comic Exchange in Knoxville.
Yeah.
For like half that price, if not a third. You know.
Yeah. And well, hopefully,
a third.
We'll get to do more of these in the future. I mean, comic book store reviews.
Comic book store review.
How we the doctor's visit go, boy?
I hate the doctor.
No. Me too, Bonnie.
We went to the dog park afterwards, and several male dogs kept following her around, trying to lick her cooter.
Ew.
And hump her. Oh man, she was so pissed. She kept turning around trying to eat them.
Girls get mad when I do that too.
It's okay, fine.
So like literally, like at one point I was like sitting behind her, like this. Her butt was here. I was sitting behind her, like pushing dogs off, and like nobody's owner was like, "Come here." Nobody. They didn't give a shit. So I was like, "Bitch, I'm leaving." So
like, fuck all y'all.
we left and just walked. But I need to watch their dogs better. Right, Bunny?
Normally, when I come over, we eat from the time our eyes open till they close.
Y'all do that.
But
We do. We gotta stop doing this.
we're getting too old.
This is fucking terrible.
We're getting too old. We can't do it no more.
It's the worst feeling ever. Oh my god.
Our bodies are like, all right, guys, we've had our fun. Let's eat some fucking oatmeal.
For real. I can't wait to eat some oatmeal. It'll probably help me take a shit.
Yeah.
All the fiber in it. Oh my god. I need to drink some water.
That's what happened to me. Last night, my fucking throat was caught on fire. And I was like, I'm getting some water. Fuck this.
What happened to the almond milk, though? What was that about?
I drank that, too.
Oh, you drank it?
Yeah.
I thought that's what you spilled all over the counter.
A little bit.
When I woke up this morning, I was like, what is that white shit? And I was like, he left the rag on the counter. And I wiped up the rest of the almond milk.
Yeah, I couldn't see.
Why didn't you turn the damn light on?
I didn't want to wake you. I was like, I'm going to be super stealthy. And then, like, I couldn't see the goddamn lid.
So you really like that almond milk?
It was okay. When I had it on my own, I was like, okay, I can actually taste it better. It tastes like, kind of like tasted like Frosted Flake milk.
Huh. That's weird because it was unsweet. Usually you get the sweet kind of with mill in it, and it's like...
Or like, Frosted Flake, cornflake, same thing,
Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. It has a bit of an almondy taste to it.
Yeah. So, a couple other things that's happened since last...
Continue.
A couple other things that's happened since last time. There's a VJ Jr. out there now. Tasia...
Whoa. Before you continue, let's clarify. Me and Tasia did not have a child.
No.
That would have been awkward.
Tasia's mother.
Oh, goddamn.
Now let me
Before
finish.
Before you finish, let's clarify. Continue. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I couldn't help myself.
Tasia's mother has gotten a dog for Christmas by Tasia's brother, his half-brother. Is a Chihuahua, which is like Tasia's dream dog, and she named it DJ. And then when I got word of this, I said, nah, fuck that. It's named VJ. And apparently, I guess she got pissed because I'm renaming her dog. She's only met me twice. And so now Tasia calls it VJ Jr. I call it VJ Jr. And so now there's a little VJ Jr. out there. And it's going around biting Tasia's toes and humping stuffed animals.
Sounds like me.
Yeah.
Out there mischiefing things up.
A younger VJ out there, just like your younger
And he's
VJ.
just as cute as me. His forehead's a little bit bigger, but
Yeah.
it's a cute big forehead.
Maybe I could post a picture of dog to Instagram or something like that, and you can see VJ Jr. on there.
Or Facebook.
Or on
Facebook.
Or on our
Which seems to be
Facebook.
booming and banging here lately.
Shit, yeah. Well, last time we were talking about, we We just hit like 100, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I checked this morning. We're like just inches away from 160.
Which is ridiculous because these people are like our Facebook and none of them like our podcast.
I know. Our YouTube channel still hasn't. We're still at 162. Hasn't grown.
Hasn't grown.
But the Facebook is somehow just roaring. I don't know what's happening here. I don't get it. But
you know, I could at least get us one more subscriber. I got this friend at work who I said, "Man, you checked out my podcast yet?" He's like, "You never sent me a link," and I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Yes.
And then I keep forgetting to send him a link.
Well, damn, tell me this.
Well, I need the perfect episode to send him.
Send them, send them the Broly episode or the Friendship episode. Or episode 1's a good one, too.
Episode 1 is pretty funny.
I say those 3 would be my top 10. The first episode, definitely the Friendship episode. The Broly episode's really good.
Is the Friendship episode funny?
Yeah, it's the one that has... Yes, the one where we review Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite, and it was like the one before last to season 2.
Okay,
I don't know, it's a good one. I really like that one. There's a really good. I think that's the.
I'm sure I've heard it. I'm sure I've listened to it. I'm sure I just don't remember.
Yeah, I remember. So VJ Junior is out there. Also, another thing that's been happening on our YouTube page, Cool Kids with Asthma. Somebody. Some YouTuber has been going around and like, what's the word? Being an internet troll to us. It's really starting to piss me off. It's by the YouTuber named Vincent Willingham.
What?
And he's
Vincent Willingham?
Yeah, he keeps going around saying mean things about the podcast, talking about on the Bizarre Adventures, like, oh, this guy sounds like Darth Vader. And
yeah. I think I saw that one. It said something like, your DM must be Darth Vader because every time he's not talking, I hear a respirator.
Yeah. And I think he's talking about VJ, but
that's definitely who he's talking about.
Yeah, so we can't have that shit. So if we ever find that YouTuber,
what
Vincent,
else did he say? Did he say?
Yeah, I think there was season 2 of Bizarre Adventure. He made fun of. No, it might have been Fears R Us. Fears R Us, like episode 1 or 2. He's like, "What is this? The breathing podcast?"
In his defense, I have listened to season 1, episode 1 or 2 of Fears R Us, and you and Mary were in the episode. I just thought y'all was both like right up on the microphone, like both of you breathing. Like if you're talking, you hear her breathing. If she's talking, you hear you breathing.
I can't breathe. Anyway,
Yeah.
I want to kick his ass if I ever find the guy.
Yeah, if we ever find him. What's his name? Vincent Willingham?
Yeah.
That's so weird. Who we know? Do we know anybody? My last name's Willingham.
Yeah.
But my name's VJ, so.
Okay, yeah. Well, maybe he's related to you.
My dad's name was Vincent Willingham.
What are the odds of that?
You know, my dad's dead, so it could be just somebody really trolling me. Hey, his dad's dead.
They think it's trolling me, but really he's after you all along.
I should have known.
Next up is Video of the Week.
Video of the Week.
What'd you think of this week's?
It was pretty good.
Yes, it's this week I chose the have you guys ever watched the anime Danganronpa?
Danganronpa.
It was the outro, which is really badass outro, and they covered it on a violin. I really liked it. A really good cover, a really badass song. What are you looking for?
A chapstick.
Your chapstick.
Yeah, my lips are dry. Helps me for the podcast to have the chapstick.
Okay. Did I pick a good one this week? Because usually you hate them.
It was a pretty good one.
Okay, cool.
I actually watched it this morning.
Okay. Well, if you want to check this video out, don't go to YouTube. Come to us at our booming Facebook page.
You're gonna love it.
Matter of fact, skip Facebook. Go to our YouTube channel. Fucking subscribe. No, go to both. Because you can find it on our Facebook at 2 Guys in the Dark. All the videos of the week are up there. All of our actual other videos are up there too. Or, if you don't want to do that, you go to our YouTube page, Cool Kids with Asthma. And it is on a playlist called Videos of the Week on there too. And while you're there, on our Cool Kids with Asthma page, hit that subscribe button. Because you need to, because we're only at 162 and it's pissing me off. We're almost 100 episodes in.
We've almost had more episodes than we had subscribers.
Well, if you count all the other podcasts combined, we have.
Ah, really? Oh, yeah. I guess I forgot about Fierce.
Yeah.
And,
Bizarre.
And don't we have one more?
No.
We should.
Yeah. We'll do another one. All right. Next up, you ready for the next segment?
Yes.
All right.
You see him?
Next one we're going to do is Story Time with VJ and Sean. Alright, this is where we take turns making up a story, and here is the beginning to the story. After Santa's Nutcracker army has failed to kill the boys, it was the Dojo Master's turn to come up with a plan to kill them. He hired Kung Fu assassin Thundernuts to kill them. Thundernuts has tracked the boys to a carnival where they are eating cotton candy.
And corn dogs.
And corn dogs. Who's starting? Who's ending?
I'll let you start.
Alright. The boys are eating cotton candy. Little do they know, Thundernuts is standing on top of a Ferris wheel, watching them. He's like, yes, I will kill them, for I am Thunder. And you hear, like, the guy at the bottom who's running, he goes, what the fuck are you doing up there? He goes, what? What? No, get down. And he lowers the wheel to where, like, the thing he's standing at is at the bottom. He goes, and he stops the ride. He goes, get down. And little does he know, VJ and Captain Cool take notice of his dumbassery. And they're like, huh, what a fucking idiot. It's your turn.
So, VJ and Sean prepare to walk over to their favorite ride, the roller coaster of doom. They don't notice as Thundernuts jumps off the top of the Ferris wheel and claps both of his nuts on the Ferris wheel operator's head, smushing it with blood squirting out everywhere.
Shit.
And he... I feel like him and the Nutcrackers would be like ultimate rivals.
Yeah.
He swiftly charges after VJ and Sean, who don't even notice as their ride takes off. The Ride of Doom. This roller coaster is just chock full of booby traps and assassination attempts, and the whole point is to try to live and not get your head cut off. That's a big thing in the roller coaster of doom. VJ and Sean have been on it 6 times, and they are the only 2 survivors of the 6 times that they've gone. And the roller coaster is off. The first thing is the swinging guillotine swoops down. VJ and Sean duck. Oh, that was close, Sean said. I was ready for it. We've been on this ride 6 times, Sean. I'm surprised we survived this ride 6 times. You know, the first time we didn't even know that this was what the ride was about. Yeah, we really just got lucky the first time. You spilled your drink and we just kept fumbling around trying to clean the mess up. Got off the ride, everybody was decapitated. Then they gave us a prize. Free tickets, free lifetime tickets to the fair. And every time we've won since then, they give us better prizes.
Okay.
That's how I got my new car.
Shit.
Back to Sean.
Okay. So they look behind them, and everybody's already dead after the first booby trap. Then they turn back.
They must not have read the pamphlet.
VJ and Sean turn back around, getting ready for the next trap. And then right behind him, running behind him, is Thundernuts. He jumps onto the roller coaster and starts climbing over the dead bodies to get to the boys. And here comes Trap 2. What's it? No, what's it called? Oh yeah, it's now. And then they get to the next trap, the spiked arrows. The boys duck again, and Thundernuts gets hit with 30 wooden arrows through the left side of his body. His whole left side is covered in fucking wooden arrows and blood's gushing out. You hear, "Ah!"
It's like a porcupine.
Yeah, only half of them. He goes, what the fuck? And he's bleeding everywhere. He claws up to him. And then, like, they turn around and they're like, oh, good job, buddy. You lived. BJ pats him on the back and knocks him off of the ride. His leg pants get caught on the wheels, and he's starting to get dragged by the roller coaster. He's screaming, "Help me, you idiots!" And we looked over like, "Oh fuck, dude, you all right?" Because you're like, "Yeah." VJ's like, "Well, dude, you better get up here because next is the Shark Tank." And we get up to the Shark Tank, and the ride goes over it. And then the sharks are swarming all his bloody body. He's screaming, "Let me up! Let me up!" It's your turn.
So we pull him back up into the ride, and he's missing an arm.
Oh fuck!
The arm that was not shot full of
arrows.
Okay. And it's like, "Hey man, you better duck when we say duck, because this next ride coming up is the Boot of Doom, and you don't want to." Sean shouts, "Duck!" really fast, and VJ and Sean duck, and he's like, "What?" A giant metal steel-toed boot flies out and hits him right in the nuts.
It's powerful thunder nuts.
Then all of a sudden, you hear the boot was destroyed by his thunder nuts. Mm-hmm. But he was greatly weakened, because that is also his one weakness, his giant nuts.
Okay.
VJ and Sean lower him back in the ride. "Are you okay?" My one weakness, my nuts. You guys gotta get me out of here. Please, I'd do anything. Back to you.
Okay. Sean says, "Well, there's only 2 traps left, okay?" He nods. Okay. What are they? And then I was like, "Well, it's one's called the Nut Slapper." And then, like, under where there are
Trapdoor.
Under the where the safety bar is.
Yeah.
Under that, like a mechanical arm comes out with a paddle ball. It starts paddling everybody's nuts, and VJ Sean's like, "Oh god, the prize is worth it. The prize is worth it." And he's screaming. He goes, because his weakened nuts. And then his paddle breaks and ours goes away. And then, like, he's screaming and holding and crying. He goes, "How much longer is this ride?" And we got one last one left. And then he goes, "What is it?" And then, like, he looks over and we're gone and we're ducking over. He goes, "What are you guys doing?" And flames shoot out from the walls and he's on fire and he's screaming and he throws his whole clothes off. He's naked. And then we lean up. We're like, "Oh shit, he's alive." He's burnt, like, almost like the dude from Home Alone. Yeah. And we get to the end of the ride and, like, we're like, "Hey dude, you survived with us." And he's like, "Oh," and he, like, kind of falls over. He's still alive, but in a lot of pain. And I think that's my last turn. Yeah. Here's the end right here.
He slowly gets back up and he says, "You fools! I've been sent to murder you, and today you will die." He grabs his balls like like nunchucks.
Yeah.
Starts swinging them around to throw them at us, and then all of a sudden you hear, "Freeze! It's the police!" And they all just jump down on top of him and swarm him, start beating him with billy clubs.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Indecent exposure in front of a bunch of children. The hell's wrong with you?"
One cop's like, "Well, dead children, but still."
Dead children, but still. And they shove a billy club up his ass and they're walking him out in handcuffs and ankle cuffs.
Yeah.
And, like, you can see the billy club just dragging along the ground. He's like, I shouldn't have accepted that mission.
Alright.
And VJ and Sean go back for more corn dogs. Boink, 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 boink. Da 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 da. Boink, boink, boink.
What are we naming this one? Thunder Nuts.
Thunder Nuts and the Ride of Doom.
Okay, yeah, Thunder Nuts and the Ride of Doom. That was what, episode
4?
4 or 5?
4 or 5. Let's see. We had the Tasia one. We had the Santa Claus one. We had Santa Claus Returns.
What's the Tasia episode?
The episode at the end where Tasia is...
I don't think that was a whole episode. I think that was just...
Huh?
I think there's the Santa Claus one was the first one. Then there was the. I think there was the Walt Disney. No, there's the Dojo one. Then the one with Disney.
Walt Disney, which was also the Tazia one.
And then the Nutcracker one. So this was 5.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot Thunder Nuts away. Little to our surprise, we didn't know what the hell was happening. Just
Oh, I gotta add a little bit more to the end of the story.
okay.
The police throw Thunder Nuts in jail, and on the first night in jail, someone walks to his cell door. They open it. What? Who are you?
Seen a body cast.
What are you doing here? He's in a full body cast, yes.
Okay.
The only thing not in a cast is his nuts. You see a black hand reach down and grab the nuts and squeeze them really tight and say, "You're going to do everything I say. Everything I say. Or I will squeeze these nuts into oblivion." Okay. They drag him out of the cell by his nuts, and the camera fades to black.
Okay. Can I add one thing too?
Yeah.
Vijay and Sean leave the carnival with their golden chains that they won for the 7th time, riding, getting through the roller coaster doom.
Why the price gets better each time?
Yeah, it's a gold chain that said roller coaster of doom.
It gets better every time. It wouldn't be the same price if it gets better every time. We wouldn't have 7 of them. So.
No, we get it for doing that 7 times.
Now we own the theme park at this point.
Yeah.
You can have the park. Just don't come back.
I don't think we'd want it. That's just a fucking
lawsuit.
Yeah, lawsuit
After lawsuit. Yeah. Well, actually, there's never anyone left to file a lawsuit.
Family members.
We offer them free rides on the ride of doom.
You fools. How about you write it yourself? Alright. That has been Story Time with Vijay and Sean.
Story time.
Okay. This is a big... Next segment. This is Vijay's favorite. The Ghosted Files. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da da da. Okay, The Ghosted Files. Quick, you're making noises.
It's the walls of Jericho. Tap out.
Make him tap.
You better tap out.
Tap out.
He tapped out. Flip him up into a powerbomb. Oh, doom!
Okay. Can we focus? Can we focus? Alright, The Ghosted File.
Wait. Edit this out.
Edit out your brain, kitty. That's what you need.
I forgot she was back there.
Future son, keep that in.
Did she look up like, oh my god?
No, Cat looks on face like this is an everyday thing.
I'm sorry, little kitty.
Okay, can we get to the Ghosted Files here?
Yes.
Damn, shit, you're rich. Okay, this week is a girl named Angel.
Was she an angel?
No. So do you remember a few episodes ago where I was talking about the furry girl and I met her and she freaked out and ran away and basically she said she was freaked out because I looked way older than I am.
Yeah.
I cried the whole way home. Well, this is a continuation of that story. So no, that night I was devastated. I was like, oh god, my whole ego, my whole everything was crushed. But then so that night I was like, I can't give up. And I was going, I was messaging girls on the dating apps. And then I found Angel. And then I managed to book a date with her the next day from that night. And I was like, okay, let's do it. We gotta rebuild that ego. So after the furry girl, I decided this is it. And then I go over. She lives in Greenville, which is where Tazia lives now. Mm-hmm. And then I go over there, I pick her up. Immediately, like right as I was going up the ramp to leave Greenville, I get pulled over by a fucking cop. That's where I got my first ticket. And it was really awkward too, because he asked for my
license registration.
Yeah, I think I didn't have my registration. I didn't know where it was. It was at the house. I just never put it in my car at that point. Yeah. And I didn't know where it was, and I kept handing him like a Gold's Gym membership card. And he goes, "This is a Gold Gym membership." I was like, I don't know. I go to the gym. Can I have a break? No. I got my first ticket. We left, and then I took her to go see Suicide Squad. This was a while back. Let's go see Suicide Squad. We went to my house. We hung out. We watched the movie Cooties with Elijah Wood. And then, like, we laid down. It's like, look, it's going to be I have to drive back. I was like, is it cool if we nap? Like, yeah. So we lay down and cuddle. And then, like, while we're sitting there cuddling, like, she grabs my hand and puts it down her pants. And then I finger her until she gets off. And then, like, a minute later, her sister calls. And she's talking to her sister. And then whenever she gets off the phone, me and her chit-chatting. And then, like, after a few minutes, I go to put my hands back down her pants. And she says, stop, what are you doing? And I'm like, I was just going to play with you. She goes, I'm not ready for that yet. And I'm like, what do you mean you're not ready for that? We've already done it. She goes, no, we haven't. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Yes, we have. And she goes, no. I was like, you made me do that earlier. And she goes, when? I was like, when your eyes were closed. And she goes, oh, I do that when I'm asleep sometimes. I'm like, could you warn me? Like, yeah, she goes, I actually lost my virginity that way. Apparently I was asleep and I had someone get on top of me. It's like, it's a weird sleepwalk thing you do there. But she's like, okay, it's cool. Don't worry about it. And then she let me do it again, because since we already done it. And then I was like, okay. And then I took her back home, and we were chit-chatting on the way home. It's like a really good date. The sad thing was, the next day, she was leaving for Kentucky to go to college. So like, I kind of knew this was it as a one and done. But it was a really good date, though. Like, I felt like it rebuilt my confidence a little bit. I felt happy after it was over. I knew I was never going to see her again. I knew I had a goddamn speeding ticket. And going 70 in Greenville. But still, you know what? I think it helped Sean build his confidence back up. So overall, I think it was a good date.
And I think it was terrible. You should never have confidence in the first place.
Okay.
You just need to be a sad little monkey forever.
He just bought me to be a sad monkey.
Yeah. Because nothing's cuter than a sad monkey.
What about a happy monkey?
Those are never cute. They always still pooping.
Yeah, so I'm hoping one day, because I'm going to run out soon, BJ's going to have his own Ghosted Files. No?
Negative.
Why?
Hopefully you run out and then KJ breaks up with you.
Oh.
And then you get to build them all up again.
Oh, good. That's a.
I'm just kidding.
But how come you don't want to do the Ghosted Files?
I just don't see a point in me doing it.
Are you on your goddamn phone?
Nope. That's your imagination.
Get off of there.
I'm not on it.
But you are, though.
But I'm not. You picture no proof, motherfucker.
I'm looking at you.
Picture or no proof.
Okay, you ready, next segment, son of a bitch?
Yes.
Okay.
You packer of fudge.
Captain Cool Quiz Show. This is where VJ can win a prize for getting 4 out of 6 questions right.
VJ likes this part.
Alright, you good with Donkey Kong Country trivia?
VJ hates this part.
Okay, question number 1. Name all 5 playable characters in Donkey Kong 64.
Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong.
Yes.
The grandpa character whose name I always forget.
Cranky Kong.
Cranky Kong. No. He wasn't playable? Donkey Kong 64, sorry.
Yeah. I was thinking, okay. Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong. The damn woman whose name I forget. Dixie Kong.
Nope.
She wasn't playable?
Nope. She wasn't in the game.
Wasn't she in the, Oh, no. The intro thing had the, What's Donkey Kong's girlfriend's name? She was in the intro theme song, right? with the pink hat and the not Diddy Kong's girlfriend, but Donkey Kong's girlfriend.
She's not a playable character, but her name's Candy Kong.
Yeah, I was saying I remember seeing her in the intro.
There is a girl Kong, but it's not Dixie.
And she's playable.
Yeah.
Trixie.
Nope. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Tiny Kong is the girl, and then there's Lanky Kong, who's like the orangutan, and Chunky Kong.
Nope, didn't know any of that.
Okay.
I haven't played that game. I actually never beat that game.
Question number 2. What's the title to Donkey Kong Country 3?
No idea.
Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. Question number 3. What 2 characters can you play in Donkey Kong Country 3?
Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong.
Nope.
Dixie Kong.
Yes, Dixie Kong's in one of them.
Is one of them?
Yeah.
Just Dixie Kong?
Well, no, there's another playable character.
Tiny Kong.
No.
So it's Dixie Kong and Candy.
Nope.
Huh. Is Candy's last name Kong?
I imagine.
So they're all like related and fucking?
I think they're just like from a certain tribe. I don't know.
So it's Dixie and Cranky.
Nope. Okay, it's Kitty Kong.
Kitty Kong never would have got that.
Who is Kitty Kong's older brother? This is question number 4.
Donkey Kong. Diddy Kong. Chunky Kong.
Yes, Chunky Kong. Ding ding ding.
I finally got one right.
True or false? Donkey Kong has been in all Mario Party games.
True.
No.
False.
Yes. Follow you. That's false. Last question.
I still went with false to begin with.
Last one. You've gotten one right. True or false? Donkey Kong was a playable character in Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
True.
Correct. You got 2 out of 6 right.
Good.
No prizes given.
No prizes.
Now time for the Wheel of Topics.
How many prizes do I have stored up? Just the one?
Yeah, I just got the one voodoo movie.
Yeah, I gotta pick that shit out soon. You know what I should pick?
What?
Drunken Master 2.
If it's $10, yeah.
Oh yeah, that is a good point. I forgot.
It's $9.99 and down.
Shouldn't it be $10 and down?
Well, it's
Technically, I know, but I just mean like that one extra penny could fuck me later on.
okay. All right, Wheel of Topics. You ready?
Yep.
Here. I know I had another goddamn plane. Okay, here are the week's topics. Dark Cloud.
Yay!
7 Cows versus Mike Tyson.
Oh no.
Book a Nacho Libre sequel. A fantasy martial arts tournament. Favorite Sean
Haven't we
band.
done the Nacho Libre sequel before?
I don't know. Favorite Sean band and good animes we need to watch for the show.
Okay. Favorite Sean band?
What's your favorite band that I like that you like?
Probably Mastodon or Gojira. Wait, you like Gojira, right?
They're okay.
Okay. Mastodon or Gojira. You got some good groups that you like, but like as far as like albums go, like they'll have like 1 or 2 good songs, and then like an album. And, like if I listen to an album by them,
You talking about Mastodon? You talking about Mastodon?
I'm talking about groups that you like in general.
Oh.
Like the groups that you like in general, no offense, they'll have like 1 or 2 good songs, but then like if you like try to listen to an album, you'll be like, no, this is not that good.
Well, like who?
Well, the Megas have a couple good songs, but like I don't like the full albums. I'd say the ones I know that have good consistent albums would be like Steam Powered Giraffe.
Yeah.
But like ones that don't would be like I forget their name. You love them. I can deal with them sometimes. They're sort of techno metal.
Oh, Cell Dweller.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like their albums, but I like a song or 2 by them.
Yeah.
But like Mastodon, I like, full albums because, I mean, they just...
Well, I wouldn't count Mastodon as a Sean band.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that is a VJ band that I introduced you to.
Yeah. So these are Sean bands, are as in bands that you didn't hear until you met
Weird
him.
Al. I mean, I like Weird Al.
Yeah.
He's consistent. It's hilarious. He's creative. What else? Name some bands.
Beat Crusaders.
Okay, yeah. I mean, they're good. Don't even know the bands you listen to.
I don't listen to a lot of bands. Really, there's a couple rappers, maybe.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, I like Wu-Tang. I think Big Punisher's my favorite rapper.
I do love me some Big Pun. I love that song Twins. Big Pun and Fat Joe.
Yeah, you add it to the playlist.
I did. Leslie never heard it. She was like, listening, I'm not a player, but I crush a lot. And I was like, yeah, this song's good, but have you ever heard Twins? And she's like, what? I was like, Twins by Fat Joe and, Big Punisher, Test Squad. And she was like, nah. And I played it. And she was like, it's okay. I was like, go ahead.
Okay, alright. So, your favorite one would be Steam Powered or Weird Al?
Yeah, Steam Powered or Weird Al.
Okay. Alright, next up, Dark Cloud. 7 Cows versus Mike Tyson. Book a Nacho Libre sequel.
7 Cows versus Mike Tyson.
Alright, they're in the field. Mike Tyson's in his...
Now, is that Mike Tyson in his prime?
Mike Tyson in his prime.
And do these cows know it's coming?
No.
Mike Tyson.
Okay. Now, he's got no weapons, so he's got...
I don't think he needs them.
He can only use teeth and fist.
I
guess legs if he wants.
I think he's got it.
You think he's got it?
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beat the fucking cows to death.
Bite all their ears off.
Okay. The cow's like, why? Why?
I just imagine the one cow standing there while he's chewing its udders off, and it's like, oh,
Jesus. It'd be a fun, brutal fight to write. Okay. Dark Cloud, Book of Nacho Libre sequel, Fantasy Martial Arts tournament. Good animes we need to watch for the show.
Book a Nacho Libre sequel.
Alright, how would you do it?
So he's got to return from retirement?
Yeah.
Yeah. Since it's been so long, we'll say he's been retired. He had a very fruitful career. But his bestest buddy, Chanchito, who wanted to be a luchador, is finally to the age where he can join. And so it's kind of like he's mentoring him to be a professional wrestler for the Lord.
Yeah.
And so they he gets beat down by these two guys in an alley fight, and they're actually professional wrestlers. So they join this tag team tournament to get revenge on them, even though revenge is bad, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And then they win the tag team tournament, they win the tag team titles, and they get vengeance.
Okay. I think if I'm going to book it, his buddy's going to get hurt really bad, like hospitalized by a big famous wrestler. And then some reason Nacho's like, I got to get in there and beat him. Make him show him the error of the ways. And this guy's like the total biggest douche nozzle. And
I don't think you can get worse than Ramses.
No, he's worse.
Ramses was a total douche.
Well, this guy's douchier. And then so Nacho works his way up, finally beats the guy, or maybe I don't know. It don't matter. He could lose or win. It gets close, but at the end, he converts the luchador to come join the church where he works at, and then they serve food together and become good buddies.
Oh,
yeah.
That's one thing I would love to do is make a new, like, that show I tried to get you into. We played the games together all the time. The Ultimate Muscle.
Oh yeah.
I want to make an anime
of that
of wrestling. Not necessarily the same as that one.
Just
but I want to make an Ultimate Muscle anime. Sorry. I want to make a wrestling anime like Ultimate Muscle.
Okay.
Ultimate Muscle was good. I actually watched the show right around the time my dad was passing. I remember we were watching it together on YouTube.
Yeah, and I remember that time my parents left, and then we just sat there and played it for like 2 days straight.
That game was awesome.
Cereal, yeah.
Ate some cereal, played that game, the finishing moves were the coolest part, when you could throw them into the ropes and they bounce off the ropes, and then your character do a cool move where he broke them in half and then slammed them on the mat. And that's where I discovered the Muscle Buster, which is the coolest move in all of wrestling.
Alright. Okay.
The fish.
Dark Cloud. Fantasy martial arts tournament and good animes we need to watch for the show.
Good animes that we need to watch for this show.
Okay, so what are some... Don't flip me off, you son of a bitch.
You're a son of a bitch.
Alright, so say we're going to do another anime episodes. What would be some good ones we should cover? We've got to start Naruto Shippuden soon.
Oh, God. It's so long.
Well, I mean, so is Supernatural.
That's true, but Naruto Shippuden is way longer.
Well, that's a...
And there's a thing after Shippuden now.
Well...
Called Boruto.
We finished the original Naruto series. We gotta jump in there, man. You gotta stop being a little baby about it. I think that's definitely one we need to focus on at some point.
I think that one we should take by season.
Yeah, we could do it in small doses like we're doing with Supernatural.
I want to do That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime, and maybe start One Piece.
I don't want to do Naruto and One Piece side by side. That's too much.
It is true.
I think once we finish one, start the other.
Well,
what was that one we did? You said That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime. That wasn't the one that's like how to pick up girls in a dungeon. That's a separate one, right?
Yeah, The Time I Was Reincarnated by a Slime is completely different.
Okay, so we watched How to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon
on the podcast already.
Yeah, and we also done Berserk. We've done...
Which, by the way, I found out on Verb you can watch the entire original series of Berserk.
Really?
Yeah, and Emily sent me her account, so...
Who's Emily?
My sister's roommate.
Oh, yeah, okay.
She sent me her login so I can watch the Berserk anime.
Okay, what else is that we've watched? We watched Psychic Case Season 1.
And 2.
We
Right.
didn't
watch 2?
No. Just Season 1.
There's like 3 seasons on Netflix now,
yeah,
but
only like
one's in English.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Come on, in English.
I mean, if I have to, I'll watch it in Japanese. It's harder with certain shows to keep up.
Yeah.
And that's one of the ones like I have trouble trying to keep up because a lot goes on. There's a lot of people talking to themselves.
I love
and
the
the
scenes
scenes when they talk.
Yeah.
They talk so fast, so it happens so quick.
And the main character don't move his lips.
Yes.
Period.
That's why it's confusing.
Yeah. So that's the only reason we haven't done Season 2 and 3.
Oh, I got another one.
What?
Food Wars.
I would just watch the first 2 seasons of that. And it was phenomenal. Leslie loved it. I loved it.
Oh, what about the ones I got on Vudu? I got Fire Force. I got...
I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about Fire Force.
Fairy Tale. There's one I don't like, but it's on there, and it's Space Dandy.
Oh, God. We got to watch that, too.
I don't like it, but I definitely watch it. Maybe I'll change my mind later on and throughout the... I was only seeing the first 2 episodes, so I might change my mind.
Let's do a VJ anime special.
Oh, boy. Okay.
This way I get to pick the 2 animes that we watch. And the best part about it is they're pretty short. Space Dandy's only like 26 episodes.
Well...
Total. The whole series.
We'll do a...
So we'll do Space Dandy, and we'll do The Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime. Because that's only also 26 episodes.
Well, we'll see. That'd be a... We're at the end of Season 4. We only got a couple episodes left. So once we wrap Season 4 up, we'll go ahead and start making Season 5 list.
Wrap it up.
But we'll definitely have to do another VJ special. We haven't done one in a while.
Wrap it up.
And he's finger fucking himself. Okay.
Wrap it up.
Alright, lastly, book a fantasy martial arts tournament.
Okay.
Who we putting in there?
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee?
Yes.
Hercule.
The Doomslayer.
Doomslayer.
Still think Bruce Lee could take him?
Does Doomslayer get his ridiculous weapons?
I don't know if that counts as martial arts. So maybe not the Demon Slayer. Hercule, Bruce Lee, Ryu.
Goodbye, Hercule.
Goodbye, Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Shit.
Akuma.
I guess. Yeah,
Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
Uh,
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let him die in the tournament.
Let's have what's his name? Yajirobe.
Yeah. Okay. As portrayed by Jackie Chan.
No.
That'd be hilarious though.
Jackie Chan on his own.
Jackie Chan dressed as Yajirobe though.
No.
That'd be hilarious.
Why?
I'm sorry. I think
Jackie Chan's not even fat.
He could get fat for the part, damn it.
No, God.
Goku.
Goodbye, everybody else.
I don't know. Goku versus Ryu would be a pretty good fight. I know Goku probably destroyed
They
him.
wouldn't even have to go Super Saiyan.
Yeah, shush. I'm just saying as a fight, it'd be cool. Be cool to see. Okay, no Goku then. Cause goodbye everybody else. Who else would be good for a fantasy martial arts tournament? Ooh, the fucking Boondocks.
Riley or Huey?
Riley, yeah. Huey, thank you.
Huey, okay.
I couldn't think of his name.
I don't think Huey would make far.
Well, I'm hoping he doesn't. It's not like all to the death fights, because
Yeah.
hopefully they wouldn't murder him.
No, I think it'd be like martial arts.
Oh, what about Kid Goku from Dragon Ball?
Okay, I'll allow Kid Goku. Kid Goku's fine. How do you think would win?
Based on the people we have in there now, I'd have to say Ryu.
Yeah.
Ryu! Who do you think would win?
Ryu or Batman? Now, if Batman, I guess Batman could step on his toes with his big ass boots. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, does Batman get his full suit of armor?
He gets his full suit. Yeah, he's Batman.
Well, one coin.
But he don't get the. I'll say he don't get the utility belt.
I was gonna say one Hadouken would probably like melt that shit right off.
Yeah, but is he gonna hit Batman with Hadouken? No.
Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah.
As fast as he is, he's got this move called Instant Death Kill.
Batman.
Pow, 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 pow. Oh wait, Akuma's in the tournament, so Akuma would win.
Oh fuck, that's right.
Akuma wins. Flawless victory. Oh, you know who else we could put in the tournament?
Who?
Liu Kang.
Liu Kang.
Yeah. And
We'll take Yajirobe out.
should we put somebody else like for Mortal Kombat in there? Maybe like Raiden or Scorpion? Who's the main bad guy of our tournament? Who's the final boss fight?
Jackie Chan dressed as Yajirobe. I don't know.
King Piccolo?
Sure, we'll have King Piccolo.
Or, I mean, we could do Heihachi, but he's kind of the bad guy of his own franchise.
King.
He would
Piccolo.
definitely lose to a lot of these people. Oh, you know what else we should put in this tournament?
Ultimate Muscle Guy.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We could put the kid from Ultimate Muscle. He has a name, but they call him the Kid all the time. I can't remember what his name is for some reason.
Roger.
Kid Muscle. That's his
Okay.
name. And then I want to put King
From
From
Tekken.
Tekken.
Okay, yeah, that'd be bad. Damn, this is badass now. Okay, yeah. Oof. Gotta do that. Okay. Badass
And I
tournament.
think we should put like one person from Smash Brothers in there, other than Ryu. I know Ryu was in Smash Brothers, but like one OG Smash Brothers character should be in there.
OG. It's Mario, I guess.
Or well, maybe Captain Falcon.
Yeah,
Or,
we can.
Link.
Link's got weapons, so he's got shit.
Oh yeah, that's true. Most of his fighting is weapons.
So it'd have to be Falcon or
Well, shit,
Mario.
they can shoot fire blasts from their hands.
What about DK? He's a damn gorilla. He
Oh
punches-
yeah, actually, Donkey Kong, Diggity Donkey Kong, and feel like we're missing another fighting game.
I mean, there's 1,000 of them we're missing, but
Yeah, but I mean like a big one. We did Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
Soul Calibur,
King of Fighters, maybe?
Friday. I
I don't remember any of the characters from that game.
Oh, there's that guy with the red.
The baseball cap.
Yeah, he just got in Smash Brothers. Forgot his name.
You know what? Let's put Bullrog in there instead.
Bullrog.
The boxer from Street Fighter.
Okay.
I feel like we're getting a little Street Fighter heavy now. Maybe we could put like a Marvel vs. Capcom character in there. Well, Street Fighter characters are Marvel vs. Capcom characters.
Yeah.
But like maybe from the Marvel side.
Black Panther. We put him in the tournament.
No. Nah, if we're gonna do something from Marvel, it's gonna be like Iron Fist.
Okay.
I still feel like Black Panther would whoop his ass, but...
Definitely would. I mean, if we're just gonna do that, just have it Cap Marvel, call it a day.
No. I just meant like, between the two characters who know martial arts, a Black Panther would definitely kick his ass. I'd like to see Black Panther in this tournament team up with Batman to take on like other people. Because we know who'd win between the two of them.
Batman just stomping all those fucking naked feet. Ah!
And you have no shoes, and you have no shoes, and you have no shoes. Wow, he really fights dirty.
Alright. Let's move on to movie reviews. This is the Kung Fu special. So we have 2 Kung Fu movies for you. First up is the OG, the one that may probably kick-rocketed the fucking Kung Fu movies. Enter the Dragon.
Is that the OG Kung Fu movie?
I don't think it's the OG,
It's
but I think it was like
definitely
the
not.
one that kicked off the franchise.
I would say it brought a light to it in
Yeah.
America. But even then, I don't even think Enter the Dragon was his first Kung Fu movie. that
Okay,
made it
whatever.
over here.
Alright, fuck.
You're
We're doing
definitely
the
wrong.
We're doing the Enter Dragon. Okay. Probably the most famous Kung Fu movie ever. Okay.
No.
What is?
Everyone knows, and this is not based off of opinion.
Uh-huh.
This is based on actual fact. The best Kung Fu movie ever. Or sorry.
I know that nigga.
What I meant to say was the most famous Kung Fu movie ever.
Uh-huh.
It gave me a bunch of lists. It didn't tell me the answer. Why didn't you answer the
What was on the
question, Google?
list?
Huh?
What was on the list?
It gave me a bunch of lists. So
Alright, we'll get
I
from.
was trying to do the thing.
It don't
where it's
matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. Let's go from.
like, okay, Google. What's the most famous Kung Fu movie ever?
What was it?
Kung Fu Yoga.
Okay, go.
No. I'm just kidding. And you listen here, bitch boy. Don't tell me what to do.
Alright, we're gonna review this movie. Ain't gonna be a good boy.
You guys. Look at this.
Alright. Enter the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon.
So what you think? I thought Bruce Lee was an asshole. The whole movie, I think.
I didn't really get that about it.
Okay, for the very first scene, smacking the shit out of a student like 20 times. Like, you fool! Don't look at my finger, bitch! And then,
He's teaching him a lesson.
later on, we'll continue how he's an asshole later on in the movie. It's a little spoilery, so I will get into it later. I did like all the backstories when you get introduced to all the characters. You get the cool backstories. What characters did you like?
My favorite characters was Bushido Brown.
Williams.
Yeah. The robber guy.
The gambler.
The gambler.
I didn't really care for him too well. He's okay.
I thought he was alright. I liked the main bad guy. Well, the person they portrayed at first as the main bad guy.
Oh, it's some kind of
O'Hara.
So yeah, Irish name.
O'Hara.
Yeah.
I think. And then Bruce Lee's character I liked. And I think that's about it.
Okay.
Nobody else really made it that far in the tournament, I don't think.
Yeah, I thought the New Zealand guy would have a bigger impact, but like,
Because of how much of an asshole he was?
yeah, like he was being an asshole to everybody on the boat, and then Bruce Lee made him look like an idiot.
That is one thing. Is like one of my favorite scenes. Is like I have mastered the art of fighting without fighting.
Yeah.
He's like, you'll have to show me this. He's like, what about that island over there? We'd have much more room to fight. Guy gets on the boat and he just leaves him adrift and like pull it with a rope. He said, if you pull yourself in, I will let you go, and you will swim for sure, motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh no.
I actually had notes. Was what I was looking for, bitch. Shut up, little bitch. Ooh, you wanna eat some McDonald's after this?
Can.
Or would you rather go somewhere else? Now, when he first got accepted for that mission,
Yeah.
and he was being told by his father what happened to his sister. What do you want?
Well, you closed the door, and this is the only kept bathroom, and also the oven's been on for like 2 hours.
Hey, remember that time I said I was gonna make cookies and then I forgot about it?
Yeah.
Hey, it's the only source of heat in this house right now.
No, that's enough of that.
You should be happy. You're not frozen. Yeah, those cookies. I forgot about that.
Whoopsie.
So the woman needs to run for her safety because the dude kept telling her to run.
Yeah.
And while he was fighting them off, and she goes running. She finally listens. She don't listen. That kept pissing me off. She didn't listen.
She just stood there.
She
Like,
finally runs away. Like he's yelling it in clear Japanese. Like, run. I don't speak Japanese. No, or Chinese, sorry. That was racist. So she finally runs and she trips. Like a few seconds into running, she trips on nothing.
yeah.
Some dirt.
Well, also she just stood there for most of the ass whooping he was taking for her to get the advantage.
And he lived. He's the one that lived too. He got an ass whooping, but his daughter ended up killing herself
Yeah.
so she didn't get raped.
There was an open window right behind her she could have jumped out of, but
Yeah, I kept thinking that too. It's like, so he says goodbye to his sister in that one scene. He says he's gonna go to the city,
yeah.
and the camera pans out, and the city's right behind him. You made it seem like it was gonna be a lot harder. The scenes where they were like training and everything made it seem like they were in deep isolation. It's like, no, we're just up at the top of this mountain.
Yeah.
We're over here on this hill. And then the black dude, William.
Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes in the movie was when he's finally about to head towards the tournament, and he's just walking down the streets, and these cops in America pull over, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And they start calling him racial slurs and talking about how useless he is, and they're about to
Cop them.
be cops about it. He kicks their ass. He steals their car.
I know. I got a ride to the airport, bitch.
And then the dog comes running over and attacks the police officer too. It's like, yeah, even the dog knows. But one of the best lines you pointed out, one of the best lines in the movie was when they first get to the tournament area near the tournament islands.
Where they get to the boats.
And, yeah, they see all the boats and it's people living on those boats, and he's like, "Ghettos are the same all over the world. They stink."
Yeah. Even though all the ghetto kids were pointing and laughing at him because he's black.
Yeah.
But still, he understood.
And then when they first get to that tournament area and they're all sitting down, they're eating, or they're supposed to be eating, taking in the culture and all that, and no one trusts the food or wine at the tournament. Because, like, you notice none of the fighters actually, like, eat it or drink. But then the women get introduced and they're like, "Oh, yeah, that's fine. Let's do that."
Hey, I would be too. I mean, I told Beatrice, like, we need to become martial artists.
But there's this one scene when the the one Williams is like friends with, they're like best friends basically, like they knew each other from Nam.
Yeah.
And he knows that Williams knows that his friend has like a gambling issue. And so he's like betting on the fights with this one guy, and he makes some money off the fight. And then he's like, hey, keep it going for me. Keep the action going for me. And so he goes to get in this fight in his tournament, and he's taking a little bit of a beating because he's trying to build up favor.
Yeah.
He keeps getting annoyed because the dude's like taking too long to build it up. And then he just whoops the guy's ass, and they win some money off of it. But I wanted to say that they are so bad at hiding signals.
They're just nodding at each other. Like, Williams did okay.
Shaking their head now. Yeah, Williams is doing okay, but the one that was getting beat up was just like,
yeah.
Did he fall for it yet? But in his defense, that guy had like some super thick glasses on. And like,
yeah.
He's struggling to see. So I guess maybe he was okay. Then there's that scene where Bruce Lee's sneaking around trying to like figure out what's in the power plant and everything.
Oh yeah, here's another part where Bruce Lee's an asshole. He was sneaking around and got Williams in trouble because Williams was outside getting some air, and everybody's getting their ass beat around. And they're like, "Who was it?" Well, the only one we saw outside was Williams.
Yeah, but I was gonna say those guards. Worst guards ever.
Yeah.
Except for the guard dog. He's the only one paying attention.
Yep.
But, like, the way he just sneaks around through there.
This bitch slapped them all.
I will say, I feel like the movie kind of was like inspiration for Mortal Kombat. Because a lot of the scenery and things really made me think of Mortal Kombat. And then, you know, the plot altogether basically was kind of Mortal Kombat-esque.
What'd you think? So he finally meets the guy who chased his sister, made her commit suicide. So he finally gets to fight him, and he just whoops dude's ass.
He beats his fucking ass, made him look like a bitch.
Yeah,
I was like, that's probably the best like revenge scene. Not ever, but like
pretty good.
It's definitely top 10 because like, oh man, that jump up, stomp, murder stomp that he did. Oh, that had to feel so good. He looked like he took a poop afterwards.
He did
so
look like himself. And then the New Zealand guy who's coming up to also be like a big bad guy. He got his ass whooped in one scene and he never saw him again.
Yeah,
Williams kicked the shit out of him and then he never saw him again after that.
And that was another thing that pissed me off was when Williams did get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
That he got killed over that. That's so annoying.
Yeah, it sucked he died. I would have rather the gambler guy got killed.
Yeah, I would have rather Williams lived. But he went on to star in a bunch of, his own kung fu movies. So.
That's good.
Yeah. The thing is that I thought was funny about that scene though, where he gets killed, is they're standing in there talking, and he's asking him like why he did it, and he's like, I didn't fucking do it, and then that was another good line. He said something along the lines of like, you have yet you fear you don't have the proper fear of losing or something like that, and he's like, you will soon. Like, yeah. He's like, I'm never afraid to lose because I'll look good doing it. He didn't look too good.
No, one night he got his head caved in.
Yeah, but that's one scene in the movie. I was like, so he throws him through that wall, and there's all this music and like people smoking dope and shit going on in the next room over. Yeah. I was like, that wall is made of paper. How did you not hear that? It's like they didn't even throw him through like a real wall. It's one of those like sliding doors made out of paper.
Yeah.
I think that would probably suck if I had roommates in like China or Japan with walls like that.
Oh, they hate you.
Oh yeah, motherfucker's so damn loud. Look, bruh, it ain't my fault. I can hear when you masturbate. These walls are made out of paper.
All right. The final fight. Apparently, Jackie Chan was in there, but we didn't really find him.
We found we found it online.
Google images, but like we didn't.
We could. It's like there's not an actual moment where you can pause it and be like, "Oh, that's Jackie Chan."
But so they had the fight. They had the big fight, and then what did you think of the main bad guy? What did you think the fight was good with him, with Bruce Lee and him?
No.
Yeah, he kind of got his ass whooped when Bruce Lee got involved. Like he cut him up a bit, but that's about it.
Well, so the bad guy in this movie couldn't really fight. I don't think, like, which was lame because it was like, man, you built everything up, and you could have got anybody who knew how to fight.
Yeah.
But you got this guy, and he doesn't know how to fight. So the scenes were like all chopped up to make it look better because they couldn't actually do fight scenes.
Yeah.
And it didn't necessarily make it look better, in my opinion. So as an overall final fight, I say, nah.
Let down. All right.
They had to extend it, like, had to do this mirror maze scene, and
which
I will say that kick at the end with the mirrors that made it look like it was sped up real fast.
Yeah.
That shit was cool, but
I
it was
thought,
okay.
I thought the
It
mirror
just-
thing was cool because at the very beginning of the movie, his teacher did say to smash the reflections or something. He did say something along the line, which helped him defeat this guy.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he would have lost regardless, but still, it made it go quicker.
Yeah.
And he was able to kick that guy right into a spear, saved the day. The maybe British heroes came in and arrested the remaining bad guys, and they're all happy, except the gambler guy lived, and the girl, and his girl he met that he fell in love with, but had a thing for, died
Definitely died.
off camera. And then there was like
And you knew it was the people who got free from them jail. They were like, "Nah, fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
She put us in here."
And then there was also that secret agent Asian girl who Bruce Lee found, and they
They
helped
didn't
him.
really like clear that up
Yeah,
at all.
yeah. After they beat the bad guy, I guess she.
Just go home.
Yeah, they
Job's
really
done here.
didn't do anything with her again. But overall, it was a good movie. I could see why this was like a fan favorite and why this helped launch kung fu movies in America.
I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10.
I'm giving it 8 out of 10.
I knew you was gonna give it an 8.
Well, why'd you give it 7 out instead of 8?
Well, so the main bad guy was a big problem for me.
Yeah.
Like, not being able to fight him. Like, not cool enough fight scene. But then, like, I felt like a bit of it was like, I mean, I know it's a kung fu movie, but a bit of it was a little bit, all over the place. Like, he's a kung fu master, super spy, sent to a tournament. It's just a little all over the place.
I wish the
But-
tournament was done better too.
I was about to say that too. Even though it was a tournament, like
Yeah.
none of the tournament fightings were like actual tournament style. You didn't get to see everybody fight everybody, which you'd expect in a tournament.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong, I liked it, but I have seen better. Now it is an older movie,
Yeah.
so I gave it a 7 out of 10 because I did enjoy it, and it does have a lot that holds it up and makes it a great movie. But
All right.
there have been so many really good ones since then.
All right. So
And it's not even my favorite Bruce Lee movie.
you're giving it a 7. I'm giving it an 8, and we're gonna move on to the last movie we're reviewing, Drunken Master. Now, Drunken Master had the opposite problem. Or not the opposite problem, but like the biggest complaint for you was the fights in this one.
No, not even.
And Drunken-
in Drunken
in Inner Dragon.
yeah.
Now this one was the complete opposite, where the fights were off the
Yes, they were off the chain.
chain. They kind of focused really, like, I think probably about 30 minutes or longer runtimes just fights.
I was like, what? It's an hour and 50 minutes. I
Yeah.
say 50 minutes of that hour were fights.
Yeah, it is a lot.
I think this movie introduced way better characters.
Yeah, because I like
the
Jackie.
Master, Jackie Chan's
I didn't
character.
like his dad, but
The bad guys that they introduced were all unique.
yeah, they had really cool bad guys.
They
like
did,
the
yeah.
Iron Head dude. And,
Yeah.
the pole
Ooh.
guy.
Oh god, that fight.
Well, he beat the
Let's-
shit out of
let's
the
start from
hammers.
the- start from the beginning. Start from the beginning.
Okay.
So one of my favorite scenes is when they introduce all the characters at the beginning of the movie. His father, Wong Fei Hong, his father, his friends, and they're like, I guess they're
The teacher at the dad's
Teacher,
school.
I guess,
One of
yeah.
the teachers at the school.
yeah, and so they're all like, he's like, you take over, you. Okay, if we start at the very beginning,
Yeah.
the very first scene, it's this guy tracking down masters that
Yeah.
he's been assigned to kill, and he's kicking their asses, and he's never lost a fight, and he beats the masters, he kills them, and he gets paid for it, and then it goes over Thunderleg.
Yeah.
They introduce it. He introduces, I'm Thunderleg.
The dubbing. Oh, let's talk about the
The
It goes back back and forth between Chinese, Mandarin, and English. I kind of wish they just stick to Mandarin. A lot. Now we do like dubbed, and we watch anime. But if it's really bad, we'd I just stick to the fucking.
Yeah.
Like this was bad. This is what gives dub a bad name. But this was old school. We're giving that a pass.
Then we go to the fighting school,
Uh-huh.
and they're all learning their techniques and practicing and training and everything. He introduced all his characters, his friends, and everything, and they start fucking with that teacher. Yeah, that shit was hilarious because there's one of the best bitch slaps I've ever seen. He turns around because he thought it was one of the other students. He bitch slaps the shit out of this dude, and he looks so sad because he got bitch slapped. And he's like, "You think it's a game?" And starts bitch slapping him and slapping him and slapping him and slapping him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, it wasn't me." He's like, "Then who was it?" He was like, "Wong Fei Hong." And Wong Fei Hong was like, "Huh? Nah, wasn't me."
Oh, dude, Jackie looked so young, and
He was so young in that movie.
Oh, that was. I really liked him in it.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
And so it's before he broke his nose 1,000 times. I want to say.
Fuck, how many bones has he broke?
Oh, so many.
He's broke like 200 bones, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's more than that. He's
bet-
broke a lot of bones.
We'll say he's broke about 300 bones. I say 2 of them was in this fucking movie.
Oh, probably more.
Yeah.
All those crazy stunts he did.
Yeah.
All the cool fights.
And like,
But
oof.
so they're in the city, and he sees this girl, and he's like, "I bet I can get her to hug me." And he's like, "Worse, I bet I can get her to kiss me." And then he's like, so he basically gets her to hug him and kiss him, and then this woman comes over and breaks it up. She's like, "How dare you, you ruffian, just nasty scoundrel, trying to... we all know what you want. You want one thing." She kicks his ass in a fight. Kicks his ass. He loses a lot of fights in this movie too.
Yeah.
And
This was the first loss.
yes, this was the first loss. Got beat up by some old lady. And so he gets mad about it that he got beat up. So he goes into the village, and this guy's like being rude, and he breaks this person's like family heirloom and doesn't pay him for it, and like he's just being a total dick.
He buys a dove in a cage for a nickel, or no, he gives him a dime because it's gonna cost more than that. He goes, "No, it ain't, bitch," and he leaves. And Jackie Chan's like,
"Hey, I've had a bad day.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna take it out on you." He kicks that guy's ass.
it's so bad he's in a body cast later.
God, it was such a good fight though. Like he's dodging his sword attacks and just whooping the shit out of him. Then he takes his sword and just starts spanking him with it.
Yeah.
That shit was funny. And then from there we go to the school again. He finds out that the woman that he was flirting with and the woman that he cussed out were his cousin and his aunt.
Yeah.
And he's like, ooh. And they tell his dad, and his dad gets pissed and starts beating the shit out of him. And then
His dad was an asshole.
before he could finish the job, the bruised up son of the other school comes in. He's like, "Hey, your son did this to my son. What are we gonna do about it?" And in order to settle it, it gets 10 hits. So this guy comes in and they fight, and he gets 10 hits on him. And after he got his 10 hits in, there's like, "That's 10 hits. You need to cut it out." And then he's like, "You said you could beat me, or you knock me out in 3, and you already got all 10 of your hits in." So the guy gets mad and starts fighting him again. And so Jackie Chan beats him in a fight because the aunt keeps telling him like different fighting styles, like, hey, use this style for what he's doing, and but like nonchalantly and like cryptic messages. So that was cool, I thought. And he wins that fight, and he sends them on their way, and he still gets in trouble. His dad is going to go get this special master to get him to train with him, and he's upset because he's like having to do all these like crazy training routines, and so his friend tries to break him out. They try to run away, and he ends up in this restaurant, and he's eating at this table, and then he gets in a fight with the entire restaurant because it turns out he's trying to stick the owner of the restaurant who he was eating with the bill, and he tells the waiter that he's the owner's son, and the waiter's like, oh, that's funny, he must have 2 sons. One I just didn't know about because I'm his son. And he's like, oh fuck.
This was a good fight with him and the whole restaurant staff.
It was a good fight, but it got even better when they introduced his new master, which he didn't know was his master yet. And he kicks everybody's ass and they escape. And he's like, oh, I had to run away from home because my dad hired this new master, some asshole named Doody Doo-Doo. And
he's like, I'm Doody Doo-Doo.
Yeah, he's like, oh fuck. And then he gets into a fight with this guy, which he loses, of course, because the dude's a master. Yeah. And then they start their training. And he tries to run away, and he gets in a fight with Thunderleg. He runs into Thunderleg.
Well, let's talk about like when he escaped his master. He was like working on these pots, and he pretended to fall in, and the master's freaking out. He goes, "You okay?"
Yeah. He pulls him down in there.
And he puts like a piece of
lid and some boulders on it.
Yeah, I was like, he's gonna murder him. Yeah, then he goes and gets his. He makes Thunderleg, and they don't know each other, and they just kind of like. Thunderleg's a dickhead. So.
No, Thunderleg was a dickhead. He said some mean shit like, oh, your dad taught you this kung fu? Your dad's kung fu is trash. Yeah. And he was like kicking his ass, and he's like, I can be your new dad. Basically, like saying all these terrible things. And then he makes him walk between his legs, like the crawl of shame thing. He's like, clean the crud from my crotching ass, or something like that.
And burned Jackie Chan's clothes.
Yeah, and then he set his clothes on fire. Jackie Chan was running and crying and running and crying. And he's like, I will learn Kung Fu and I will be the best.
Yep. And he just gets trained. Then he's like wanting to get trained.
Yeah.
And he spends the next year there training, and then randomly going to...
His master leaves a note, too. He's like, oh, there was a scene. He sends him on the water to get more wine. Yeah. And he fills it up with water and comes back. And his master's like being confronted by the 2 people that they met in town. Yeah. So they fight this guy in town. He's like his name's like Ironhead, and like they fight him, and
that's probably my favorite fight scene.
He starts hitting him in the head with a hammer, and all these giant knots on his head. I'm like, stop it, this is murder.
That was probably the funniest scene for me. Shit. And that was just a good badass fight scene. Ooh, it was good.
And then, so they run into them again, him and his master.
Yeah, they come to their house, actually.
Yeah, they come to their house. And so the master beats up his master because he doesn't have any alcohol. Yeah. And Jackie Chan brings him back water, which doesn't make it any better. So they end up having to run away. And he's like, I've been doing this for years. I've never lost a fight. And today is the day I lost a fight. And he's like, Master, I'm sorry. You lost that fight because of me. And, starts talking about like how his training's not getting him anywhere, and he's like, you think that's the training? He's like, you have to learn the basics before you can.
Yeah, the whole time he's been like strength training him, so he can do it.
And then he
gets him drunk, and then he
starts training him, like showing him how to actually do the 7 gods techniques.
Which is really cool. They do that. He kind of skips the last one because the last one's a woman. He's like, fuck that.
He thought it was funny. Yeah. So he didn't learn it, and it actually comes back to haunt him later.
Yeah, because now Thunderleg's got a contract to kill his dad. Yep. So when he goes back home, he's witnessing his dad getting his ass whooped, and he jumps in and goes, oh.
He's like, I'll save you. Turns around, sees that it's Thunderleg, and he's like, oh, fuck.
They have that's probably the most badass one.
Yeah, that was a bomb ass fight right there.
See, Enter the Dragon was good, like story wise, but this one, like fight scenes, can't touch it.
This one had a good story too, like a consistent story.
Yeah.
And amazing fight scenes. And I think a lot of the characters I liked more. So I gave this movie 8 out of 10. I wanted to give it a 9 out of 10. But the dubbing and like some of the sound in it was just overpowering for like when you're just sitting there watching it and all of a sudden, sounded like the introduction to like a Kanye West album.
Yeah. So that was a good movie. The fights were great.
Story was good.
I'm giving it 8 out of 10 as well. Badass, and we gotta do a Kung Fu special part 3 soon.
Oh, sure. We gotta buy some more on Vudu.
Kung Fu movies, maybe continue into
we
the
should
Badlands.
maybe branch out of Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Because we did Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee, then we did the 2 comical ones. Which technically, if you think about it, I want to say that Drunken Master was like a perfect mixture of like comedy, action, and story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it had moments I was just rolling. I was like, that's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but also like serious enough to take it serious.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, that guy's a real threat.
You're like, oh, he's a prankster. He's childish. And then you see the main bad guy and you're like, but he ain't. Yeah. He gonna fuck somebody up.
All right, let's move to the last segment, Two Guys in the Groove. This is where we pick a different song each week and we're going to add it to a playlist. That's Two Guys in the Groove Season 4 we're working on. There's also Two Guys in the Groove Seasons 1, 2, and 3 on Spotify. And the whole collection is on YouTube because a couple of songs have been taken off of Spotify because they don't have the rights to the songs anymore. But every song ever is all on our YouTube page. You can see every one ever on there. And then
if you ever get a hankering or hunkering to listen to it
on our YouTube channel, Cool Kids with Asthma. So, what song are you picking for this week's Two Guys in the Groove?
So this week's Two Guys in the Groove, and I'm not looking it up because I already knew what it was.
But you're on your phone regardless.
Yeah, I am on my phone trying to. Oh fuck! I opened some app I didn't mean to open. I was trying to look up something there. I was trying to remember before I forgot, just in case. But the song I picked was Heart Attack Man's
Heart
Fake
Attack
Blood.
Man's?
The song is called Fake Blood by Heart Attack Man.
Okay. Is it a good song?
Oh, it's definitely a good song. It's this. You've been riding around with me the last few days. It's that song I keep randomly playing because I just like it so much.
Okay, is that the one where he's talking about stink meaner?
Huh?
Is that the song where they're talking about stink meaner?
I don't think we're talking about the same song,
Okay.
sir.
Alright. Well, I can't wait to check it out on the playlist. My song. Oh, shit, yes. Been waiting for this moment. So, one of my favorite artists. Fuck you, plane.
Looks like you're going to have to wait a little bit longer.
Fuck you, plane, and fuck your destination. Okay. So, one of my favorite artists of all time. They haven't had it on Spotify. They actually had their profile on there, but yet, no, they won't have any of their songs.
Yeah.
But finally, I checked. I was like, you know what? I bet today's the day. I go on there, and it was the day. Beat Crusaders. Songs are now on Spotify. So finally, I can start adding them to the list. And first up is top 3 Beat Crusaders songs. It's called Feel by Beat Crusaders. I feel so strange. And I love this song. And I'm going to check it out right after we leave here. That's Two Guys in the Groove Season 4. Check it out on Spotify. Also, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, Cool Kids with Asthma. We have 2 other podcasts. Fears Are Us, the horror movie podcast, and Bizarre Adventure, the Dungeons and Dragons podcast. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram. I'm CaptainCool69 on Instagram. He's Butt Chugging Bananas on Instagram.
Pow, pow.
Also, the podcast, Two Guys in the Groove, is on. Two Guys in the Dark is on Instagram.
Fumbles O'Brien over there today.
Sheesh, I'm going super fast. I think we have a Twitter, which I never check. We have a Facebook page that I do check every day. It's Two Guys in the Dark on Facebook. And are we missing anything?
I think that's it.
All right. Have a Kung Fu Day.
You know, I don't think we said kung fu enough in this episode of the podcast. Do you? Maybe you should go back through and just edit in us saying kung fu randomly.
Okay. Well, here's the outro of Kung Fu.
Kung fu.